Good morning, good afternoon, depending on when you are watching this video. This is Dr. Habersham, and I am going to give you an overview of Module 4 this week. That's where we're at, Module 4. It's going to close on you on February the 16th at 11 p.m. So make sure that you have the assignment and the assessment completed before that time. This week we are actually finishing up our last what I call basic computer concept. After this week, we will move on into the applications portion of the class. So if you don't have Office 2013 installed yet, you'll need to do that this week. You'll start to need it on next week. Okay, let's look at our module here, Internet and Email Basics. Go ahead and let this open. The lesson objective for this week, or for this module, also this week, because this module runs 1 week, is to discuss the importance of computer networks, identify the basic components of communication systems. Your student learning outcomes for this week is to recognize differences in web browsers, to recognize the different parts of a web address, www. I'm going to have you to work extensively with the Ogeechee Technical College web address and understanding those different parts. It's important as a student and also as someone who is living in an information society to be able to decipher what we mean by reliable sources of information. You know, just because it's on the internet does not mean that it is necessarily true. So we want to be able to identify reliable sources of information on the World Wide Web. We also want to be able to apply different search tactics when gathering information, to understand how information is transmitted online, to understand how your emails are transmitted, how your instant messages are transmitted, how your Skype sessions, how the video and the audio, not only Skype, but through Google Hangouts, as well as Illuminate, how that information is transmitted online, and define what we call netiquette. Sending a proper email, making sure you don't say words like, "Hey, Dr. Habersham," or "What's up, Dr. Carty?" Being specific, being concise, and consistently or concisely stating any action items that should be addressed by the recipient of the email. You're also going to learn how to create a a Google account in Chrome. Now, when we had class, the first 2 days of class, when we did our orientation in Account 1000, I did a poll, and most of you said that you already had a Gmail account. So this is just going to be a refresher for you. No need to create a brand new Gmail account, but what I like to do is introduce you to some additional features of that wonderful Gmail account. Things like the applications that are included free, spreadsheet, word processing, lucid charts. If you need to do a presentation in another class and you don't have PowerPoint, you can use Google Drive for that. So I'm going to walk you through in this video creating your own Google account and then getting started with Google Drive. Now, if you remember back of SkyDrive, which was our first module, we talked about cloud computing. You've already created a cloud computing account, and that's what Google Drive is. It is a part of the Gmail system. So if you have a Gmail, you already have a Google account. But for those of you who do not, this is a video that's going to step you through that process. It says, following the steps above, which is in this video, I'd like for you to create a Comp 1000 folder, and then I'd like for you to share that Comp 1000 folder. I want you to name that Comp 1000 your first name and your last name, followed by your section number or letter. I give you some additional information there. You have one quick check here. Did you name your folder using section letter, first and last name? Can you answer that? Then you have your key terms here. You can click and download that in a Word document. The second topic is linked to your second student learning outcome. It's about being information savvy. This is just a picture of the tutorials. And this is basically the picture that you were shown on the previous slide. You don't need to go through all of them, but the ones that are clearly marked here are the ones that you will need to review. And here again, that's becoming information savvy. Have another little self-check there to give two examples of a website where you can get unbiased information. Just want to make sure that you have applied those skills that you learned here in topic 1 or your first student learning outcome. The second topic deals with email basics. You are to review only lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4 when you click here. Remember, as I told you all during orientation, this is our partner website. It's a great company that has allowed us to use their resources. They have a lot of resources out here, but for this one, you'll just use 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are videos and lessons. And this is your project. Make sure if you don't know how to download files from Google Drive, make sure you review this video here before you try to download your worksheets. And again, you have some just very basic worksheets this week where you are being asked to, and here I'm going to again demonstrate it. It's going to open up like this for you in Google Drive. Several ways you can do this. You can just click File, Download as a Microsoft Word document. And over here on my other screen, it's opening. I'm just going to drag it back over so you can see it. There, I'll bring it back in the screen. It's just taking a while to open. Has nothing to do with Angel. More so to do with my PC here. There we go. Thank you for your cooperation. So here's your questions. I think we have 10 pages. Still not a lot of questions. As you can see, there's a lot of gaps there. I wanted to give you adequate room to type. So I'll even help you out with the first one. What does HTTP stand for? Everybody should get this right. It stands for Hypertext Markup. Sorry. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP. Okay. Now, I didn't specify for you to make this red. You don't have to make the text red. It helps me in grading. But you don't necessarily have to. But if you wanted to, like I said, will help me in grading, all you'll need to do is to select it, and from my ribbon, which you're going to learn a lot about come next week, in the ribbon you want to click on font and change the color. Okay. Here's your finished product directions. You want to upload the Word document that you just downloaded. That should be C, the assignment Dropbox. Make sure you put your name here and click finish. Let me go back out and show you where that Dropbox is. I know you're saying, well, Dr. Habersham, we know where that is, but I just want to make sure that you can see it. You will upload it there. This is your internet and email basics assessments, just like all of the other ones. Here's your review live lecture quiz. And that concludes my demonstration for Module 4. If you have any questions, please don't forget to reach out to me. Have a great week.